Hey, good evening. I would say about to say good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Depending on where you are in the world, it's a real honor to have the opportunity to share with you here. And we have our CEO this evening in East Coast this evening, and we're very excited to share the opportunity and having our CEO share his story. Just before we begin, Tammy, why don't we just welcome everybody here?
Yeah, absolutely. And let me see. We have Bekshir. Welcome. It's always nice to see your friendly name on the list, and of course Marie Paul from Ottawa, and we've got MC from Texas. Glad to have you here. Oh, got to put my glasses on. Sorry
We
about that,
got
guys.
Celine, we got Cindy, we
Dana,
got
Cindy.
Stefan, we have Mark, and we have Regeneration Zone. I think it's Mark. I think it's Mark from Las Vegas. I could be wrong, but correct me if I am. We have Calvin, and we have Daniel, and let's see here. We have Courtney. Welcome, buddy. So I haven't seen you in a while. We have James, Esther. Nice to see you again. And let's see here. We have Gypsy Tarot. Welcome,
Oh.
William. Great to see you here. And we have Orator. So listen, guys, it's a real pleasure. And, GotBackup is just absolutely exploding, folks. It's crazy what's going on in Africa and all over the world, actually. I know I'm using the service. In fact, I'm just passing right now 70% of my cloud. I'm using so much storage. There's so much stuff that I'm storing in there. In the same token, we're seeing people creating wonderful income stream. And Joel, we want to welcome you to this session. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Yeah, like you're saying, Chris, about using the product. That's what's really very exciting right now. August is not the best month for marketing. That's why we have fewer viewers on our webinars and stuff. We also discovered some of our emails aren't going out. But what's really cool to everybody is we're maturing as a company where more and more people are using the product a lot. For those of you who've been involved in network marketing or internet launches, in the past, your first 6 months is all about people just wanting to get in early to try to make money and so forth. And that, that's been the success of what we've always done. We've always had amazing launches. We had a great launch when we launched GotBackup 2.5 years ago in April. But what's really happening now is we're really maturing as a company to where people use the product, fall in love with the product, and because they're falling in love with the usefulness of the product, then and only then they're starting to promote the product, which is, in my opinion, the healthiest way of doing it, versus when you usually start a launch, people are like, I don't even care what the product is. I want to make money. I want to make money. I want to make money. Get in now. That sense of urgency is there. So it's wonderful. As I mentioned on the last time we were on a call together, we're now storing over 10 petabytes of data, which is 10,000 terabytes, which is 1 million gigabytes of data. It's just a crazy amount of data, and it costs us money, but nevertheless, we're still very profitable. And when people use the product, guys, that's lifelong residual income for you, because why would anybody cancel something that's $10 a month if you not only are you backing up your devices, but you're giving sub accounts to your family where they can back up all their devices too. So it's a very exciting time. As you also mentioned, we're growing massively in Africa, so much so that I'm planning a trip out to Ghana in November, and worldwide. So it's great times, and thanks to your leadership and Tammy and the great webinars that you do, it keeps people very engaged. So we're just surrounded by so many professional, amazing people that even I feel very blessed about it all.
Thank you very much. And just before we begin, just wanted to mention here, folks, that we have a cash contest as we share this venture here today. And keep in mind, folks, this is really generous from the company. The moment you sponsor your first five people to want to do GotBackup, right away the company will do a customized website for you to help you brand your business over and above the cash contest. So Tammy, why don't we begin with how do we get introduced to GotBackup? And then we'll get Joel to share a bit of a story.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe Joel, you share it, because you've told people before how you connected with us. And so
yeah,
they know
sure. I mean, yeah, and it's an interesting story from my perspective, because lesson learned on just take action. So I've known Chris and Tammy for the better part of 25 years. We got involved in a network marketing company in the past, and even though they're not the largest people in the world, they were a real powerhouse. Like they have this aura about them where I really wanted to connect with them. And even though we didn't work together, for very long, way back, 25, 20, I don't want to age us, but a long time ago, let's say, long time ago. And so, through the grapevine, I was watching your career flourish. I learned now that you guys were also keeping an eye on us, on what we were doing. And, you were more in the conventional network marketing space, which is belly to belly. I was more in the internet marketing space, which is all about traffic and conversions online. And when I launched GotBackup, we launched it in April. From day one, well, not literally day one. Of course, I thought about you guys for years. But day one, I almost wanted to reach out to you guys and just, hey, take a look, right? And at that point, I knew that, that the launch was going well, but we had some challenges and so forth with the software. So it was early May, and it took me 2.5 to 3.5 days to actually send a text message. And, that's the story I want to share, guys. There's a time and a place for everybody. And I was really reluctant to reach out to them because I didn't want them to feel like I was kind of pushing them in from what their focus was on their primary opportunity that we're doing to us. And it turned out it just seemed to be the right time in the right place because they were starting to realize, both Chris and Tammy, that the world is really going digital,
That's
and
it.
all it took, and I'm so glad I did it, was a text message to Chris saying, hey, buddy, I don't mean to bug you. But this launch is going phenomenally well. And would you mind taking a look at it? And if it's not for you, I totally understand. But if it is, hey, I'd like to connect some more. And apparently you guys were landing on an airplane from Mexico at the time or whatever. So I'll turn it over to you for your perspective from there.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I remember, and Tammy and I were at Eric Worre's house in Las Vegas. We were doing some kind of a mentoring session. We were talking about, it's very important for networkers and companies to associate with the digital world. And then right away I thought, well, I know a good friend. I mean, Joel, he has this digital internet company, and maybe I should consider that. And this is something that's been kind of pounding in the back of my mind for in fact, a few years. And then when you drop that email, that's right away. Okay, well, you know what? The moons and the planet are aligned, and let's follow up. And here we are. And this is how it all started, because we've built friendship from all over the world, understanding that the cost of living and the cost of operating a business is not very easy for many people in different parts of the world. So now the point here is we have a venture that has a price point that is so affordable, but in the same time, a service that everyone needs. And this is how we started. And look at this here. If you look at these pictures, right, you look at this father sharing off a set of keys. He just kind of branded his brand new home for his family. Is not something that you would like to do. I know there's a lot of people today. I know in Canada, if people are having a very hard time affording, be able to buy a house for their family. They have to rent. So what if that was not an issue and you can actually buy the house that you really want to, or traveling where you want to, opposed to where you can afford to? Or adding new family members to the family because the cost of living has changed. And it's something that Tammy and I are really focusing right now is our retirement. Make sure that we have money put aside and we have some to be able to invest to create a passive income. Long story short, this is what we're offering here. Options. Back to you, Tammy.
And don't worry, we're not retiring. I love and we're passionate about what we do. It's to not put all the eggs in one basket kind of thing, and have that residual or working income to create passive income. And that's really the goal. And our goal is to help everybody we come across to be able to earn extra money. Everybody wants to earn extra money. Now, you talk to most people today, they're doing something else. They might have a job or a career, but they're adding things on. And often it's away from their family, where this gives you an opportunity to be home at the comfort of your home, and you can work while the kids are sleeping. So, it's a great opportunity to make that extra money And Chris and I are just average people, just so you know, because often people see people on a screen, they go, "Oh my God, they're so amazing." We're average people who made a decision 20 some odd years ago that we were no longer going to be stuck in a system. We want to create our own opportunity to be able to help other people. And network marketing was just the perfect vehicle to do that, and, control over our time and choices, to be able to travel whenever we want to. And that's what we're passionate about. And we're going to help many people in GotBackup. Hopefully you're going to be on board so we can help all of you too.
And here's the thing here, folks. If you look at the chat here, we have people from Bangladesh, in the United States, from Canada, Argentina, Africa, from all over the world. And I'm sure there's many I'm not mentioning here. This is how seamless and how simple it is to connect with the entire world. And we'll talk to you about the fact that we're in 161 countries right now. But Joel, I want to turn this over to you because I know there's a story behind why you started GotBackup. And if you can share a little bit with the audience, why is the company created and what's the future look like for everybody?
Yeah, great. Pleasure, Chris. So guys, even though, GotBackup is relatively new, only 2.5 years old, that's a very young company. Companies don't usually mature until 5 to 10 years in. Our business itself has been around for 25 years. I started in Gatineau, Quebec, Canada. I built my first data center there, and I had no clue about infrastructure and fiber optics and the tech side of it all. So long story short, here we are. It took us about 8 months. It was Mike and I. What I did to build my first data center is we bought an old daycare center and we converted it to our data center. And we got our fiber optics brought into the building and all that kind of stuff. Long story short, we released a conferencing product called Hot Conference. And we had 7 million downloads of that product in about a week. Not 7 million paid users, but 7 million downloads of the product. And at first, everybody's like, wow, again, we're doing a live right now. Nobody was doing lives back in 2003, 2004. We were really upfront in the video conferencing world. And what happened is in the first 2 to 3 weeks, we ate up all the bandwidth in the city. Turned out they couldn't really offer more bandwidth at a reasonable price. It was hundreds of thousands of dollars to upgrade our bandwidth to double. And I thought, well, even if it's only double, what happens if we eat up all that bandwidth in the coming weeks? So for lesson learned there, be careful what you wish for, be very, very prepared. And so I basically at that moment said, and I was way too young at the time, do I sell the company or do I keep fighting and move the company somewhere else? So because we ate up all the bandwidth and we couldn't afford to keep marketing our company because we had no bandwidth left, on June 14th, 2007, we moved to Schertz, Texas, which is just north of San Antonio. We bought a 10,000 square foot building, which you can see in the picture there. And the reason we chose San Antonio is there's truly unlimited amounts of fiber optics here. There's some amazing tech companies here. Microsoft is here. Toyota is here with their data center. Valero has a data center here. So that's why we chose it as well. It's south enough that we don't have to deal with tornadoes, and we're central enough that we don't have to deal with hurricanes coming off the coast. So it's one of the best places to be. And it's just been one of the greatest decisions of my life to move here. And it's just been flourishing ever since.
I remember, Chris, when we were using the free conference. That's way back.
In fact, I remember you way back. way back. And this is what brought us to this point here, folks. There are global trends that is very important you keep in mind. If you're looking for work, or you're looking for where should I place my money? Where should I go? Well, follow the trends. Where the trends are, what are people looking for? What are people doing? What do people need? And this is exactly what we want to talk to you about. Back to you, Tammy.
Yeah. And you can see there, trend number one is everybody is filling up their devices. There's a lot of devices in the world today. You can see almost 15 billion devices in the world. Everybody's on them. We're living in a paperless world. Everybody's filling them up with photos and videos. It's interesting because I was kind of looking at my folders and stuff, and back, quite a few years back, I wasn't taking so many pictures, but the last, few years is like, oh my gosh, we're taking so many pictures, and we're in that era now. And the younger generation, they're all, doing this. So what are we doing? We're filling up our devices. So this is a huge opportunity for data storage.
Yeah, and to add to this, folks, what's going on, looking at the percentage of mobile traffic. Now, I know, Joel, you sent me a new slide, a new stat today. It was actually quite interesting. It's amazing the amount of traffic and storage people are utilizing. But for the sake of discussion here, from 6% to 60%, folks, this is absolutely massive from 2011 to 2023. Now, this is really important because this is the business side of things. Cloud storage market worldwide from 2020 to 2030, from 90 billion, close to $500 billion in revenue. Folks, think about this. This is massive, massive income. Again, going back to the trend, you want to be in front of those kind of trends. That's absolutely massive. One of the main reasons is our cell phone addiction. Would you agree, Tammy?
Yeah. At the end of the day, we're all using our devices constantly. Many people have businesses. You can run a business right from your phone, which is really cool. Chris and we've traveled worldwide for many, many, many years. And a lot of people in the developing markets, they just don't have the resources to buy desktops, computers, laptops, and they work from their phones. What a huge opportunity for them to generate significant income.
Okay, so, where's my kids? Look at daddy.
Oh,
How do I turn that off? Sorry.
Oh, cool.
I was just uploading a video file, but I didn't want to play it. But anyway, sorry, guys. You can tell this is live.
This
sorry
is what
about
we call
that.
real
That's
time.
good. That's
Folks,
good.
this is real. This is not, recorded, right? Awesome. But, folks, again, in line to what Tammy was sharing, is data loss is a growing concern. 45% of cell phone users have accidentally damaged their cell phones or lost their data. Think about it. Think about you losing 5 to 10 years of your precious moment. I know Joel has a story around that. And again, one of the reasons why he triggered to start the GotBackup opportunity. 5,700 screens cracked every hour, laptops, cell phones stolen every 43 seconds. Here's another message. In fact, my mother, she's 83 and her iPad is full. And she was saying, son, I heard that you have a cloud service with GotBackup, because my brother was saying that. And here we are. And my mom's a client now, right? So she's 83. So again, folks, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter what age group you're in. It's a perfect opportunity to back up your stuff. Would you agree, Tammy?
Absolutely. Yeah, everybody's getting these messages. When you have normal conversations with people and you get talking about devices and, I just got this message. I have to, pay more. I'm so tired of paying more. And I say, oh my gosh, I guess there's a reason that we're communicating today. And then I tell them, send me the link, So it's an easy conversation because everybody are getting these messages.
Absolutely. And the other trend here, folks, as I mentioned, there's two trends, is to make more money. People are looking for options. Often they're tired of this job. They're tired of what they're doing, and they need more money to be able to sustain the lifestyle, especially today with the cost of living. So this is absolutely massive. You can see the numbers here. 42% of Americans have side business, 60% of Gen Z. These are our children. My kids have side businesses, and they do all these little side gigs on the side. So you can leverage these trends with GotBackup. Right. Joel, did you want to talk a little bit about our product since you created it?
Yeah. A very good marketer once told me, he said, if you create value in the marketplace, you can create wealth. If you create extreme value in the marketplace, you can create extreme wealth. And I found that to be very, very true. So we put together a product, just like Daniel said here, $10 a month is a no-brainer. If you fill up at iCloud, if you fill up at Google Drive, or you fill up anywhere else, guys, your storage, they're going to give you 2 terabytes of space and 1 account for your devices. With us, we wanted to make it a true no-brainer for people, where instead of 2 terabytes of space, we give you 3. So 3 times more space, and we give you 6 totally separate accounts. A lot of people think that, okay, it's a sub account. So if I give one to my daughter, I can see my daughter's stuff in my cloud. No, they're independent accounts from each other. And you don't have to have your family, or, if you don't have a big family, you can give it to business colleagues, whatever you want. But when, the big takeaway here is people are like, wait a minute, Joel, if I have a family of 5 or 6 people, what you're telling me is that we can back up every single device that we have, all of us, for less than $10 per month. And we're like, yeah. And they're like, And I'm like, it's not just backup, it's full collaboration. You can collaborate, you can share, you can edit documents, you can work on PowerPoints together. It really is an absolute no-brainer. In fact, it's such a no-brainer that it creates some skepticism in people who are like, man, for that price, it can't be a very good service. And that's what's been my focus over the past 2.5 years. We did have challenges the first 6 months and year when, we started dealing with a lot of data. Now the product is literally rock solid, guys. And that's why more and more people are jumping on board, because they're like, this is like, nobody loses here. Mm-hmm. Even if I join the income opportunity to make money and I don't make any money, because I suck at sales, or I'm just too introverted, or I'm really not in there for the opportunity, I still get an amazing service that's the cost of half a margarita. Inflation's really increased here too. I used to say it's the cost of a margarita. Well, I went out with my wife the other day. One margarita was $22. This is $10. So while everybody's putting their price up, we're doing the complete opposite and keeping our price very, very low, which attracts the masses into this amazing opportunity.
I totally agree, Joel. Absolutely brilliantly said. And some of you are saying, well, I'm using iCloud, I'm using Dropbox, I'm using Google Drive. All these big three giants, they all have a free, very basic package, so you can back up your phone settings and things like that. But when it comes to your pictures and your videos, that's the really heavy lifting stuff. Then you back that up in GotBackup, and all you really need is to pay for a service, which is $9.97 a month. We'll talk about it in a minute. But over and above that, you get also a venture, an opportunity if you choose to, right? So this is absolutely awesome. That's monthly. Now look at yearly. We're just shy of $100. If you do the math, if you divide it by 12, that's $8 in change for a service like 6 terabytes per month. 6 terabytes of data storage for $8 in change. You look at iCloud and Dropbox and Google Drive, they're a lot more expensive. And folks, it doesn't stop there. There's so much more value that we offer. If you come in our Saturday trainings, we do a lot of trainings in reference to the tools that GotBackup offers to help you promote your business. So maybe, Tammy, you want to summarize what we got here?
Yeah, sure. So you get 6 terabytes of storage, $9.97 a month. You can choose to pay yearly, which most people do. It's $99.97 a year, and you save a couple months of payments. That includes up to 6 accounts. So with your membership account, you can add 5 additional members. And what I love was the fact that Joel added, you can decide how much data you want to share with each member. That was huge. And when I saw all of this, honestly, all I saw was, oh my gosh, huge value. Families need this, and everybody is using their devices. So it's such a no-brainer to be part of this for $10 a month. And it's a 30-day money-back guarantee. I don't know anybody who would spend all the time to set it up, which is really a simple process. And maybe, Chris, you won't go through the videos tonight, but anybody can send the videos to the people that they're introducing it to. And once that's done, nobody's going to cancel to go back to paying 3 times more with another service. So once people are set up, it's like you said, Joel, it's solid.
Yeah, I wanted to just point out on that, guys. I've always done that in my career. You want to create products that are sticky. In other words, once people start using them, it's very difficult to leave, okay? Mm-hmm. So as an example, we do web hosting. Well, if you have your website hosted and you've got all your stuff on your website, the last thing you want to do is move it somewhere else. It's a lot of work. The same thing with our autoresponder, SendShark. Once you have your email list built in SendShark, getting it moved over to another autoresponder is very, very difficult. Same thing here. If you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terabytes backed up in our cloud, it's not that you couldn't move it, but hey, as long as we keep providing a stellar service, why would you go anywhere else? So it really is, we did that on purpose. We'll always, and that's not to lock people in. Even I, especially Eve, she's in our help desk a lot with our team, because we want to obsess and focus and obsess again over customer experience, because that's how you win in business. If we provide a great service to people, and we always provide a great service, the $10 means nothing. So it's we did it on purpose, but we want to provide a great service at the same time.
Absolutely. And in fact, Danielle, you're right on target here. This is the one thing is that is the only cloud storage that pay you. This is really, really awesome. Making money with GotBackup is really, really cool. So tell me, why don't we quickly summarize the 7 ways on how to earn with GotBackup?
Yeah, which is absolutely huge. So you can see the three that are highlighted, and that's really the foundation. It's building the foundation of a team, and the first step is the customer acquisition bonus, and that's when somebody decides they want to be a member, and then they make a decision whether they want to pay monthly or yearly, and you get 200% upfront. If they decide to come in monthly, you get 50% upfront if they come in yearly. So if they come in yearly, that's $50 upfront. Like I'm just rounding it off the 100, so 50%. And 25% on the VIP package or any package that the company will roll out in the future. The bottom section, it talks about 25% ongoing to build up a customer base. You know, not everybody wants to be in business. Some people just want to use a service and that's it, which is perfect because people are building a customer base. So maybe a couple examples, Chris, to keep it simple. Okay, so let's say you have 20 people. All of them want to pay monthly. Imagine the yearly, you guys, because it's 50%. So 200% upfront on the $10 item, rounding it off, the $9.97 to $10, $20 times 20 people, that's $400 in commission, and you're not limited the amount of people you can bring in. I mean, everybody needs to know about this. So again, you know, imagine $50 times 20, that's $1,000. It's huge. And that's going to start building the foundation of your organization, your business. So here is your customer. We're going to say the same thing. Let's say you have 20 customers, 25% ongoing, $2.50 times 20. That's $50 ongoing in residual income by introducing 20 people as a customer.
Absolutely. And I apologize for my background noise. We had some plumbing issue here and you had some contractors working, asking me to check the work. But unfortunately, we're doing this live, so can't really check the work. I have to trust them.
You can't really hear anything, guys, to be honest.
Oh,
with you.
good. Okay. I was worried. But at the end of the day, folks, what's really important here is to create a passive income, to earn an income from the work that you've done. Imagine you buy a chair and the chair happens to be in a lobby of a hotel. And every time someone sits on that chair, boom, $1 goes into your bank account. And there's hundreds, thousands of people that goes into a hotel. You understand what I'm saying? This is the passive residual income. You do the work one time and then you get paid over and over and over and over. That's what we're talking about here. And the cycle earning is really powerful because we have a 2-team structure. If you sponsor 2 people, you put one on the left, one on the right. We'll talk about that in a minute. The fact here is if you sponsor 3, well, someone has to go underneath one of those 2. If you sponsor 5, you understand what I'm saying? There's only 2 spaces it can be sponsored. So understanding this, the binary is very, very powerful. And the cycle bonus is very, very powerful. There's 2 tiers, tier 1, tier 2. Tier 2 is like 3 times the amount of tier 1. You want to be a tier 2, and I'll show you exactly what you need to do for that. The point is you need to be active. You pay your $10 a month. Very simple. Number 2, you need to enroll 2 people. One on the left team, one on the right team. That's it. That's all. Number 3, to earn the income, to generate a cycle, you need to have 6 members. It could be you bringing 6 people, or it could be from your 2. They're also sponsored, that total up to 6. Or it could be someone above you. As I mentioned, everybody has 2 legs. They have to put one underneath the other. So you could have what we call spillover by someone above you if they work the business. You see how powerful it is. The moment there's 6 people, boom, it's a cycle. And the amount will be based on a company's profitability, but also based on your tier. This is on your rank. The fact is, how many cycles you want? Well, I want to have over, 100,000 members in my team. Why am I thinking that way? Well, think of Dropbox. I have 700 million users. Do the math here. This is the potential you got here. So the cycle match 3, very simple, folks. It's for many of you understand matching check. If you sponsor 10 people, 20 people, 5 people, 2 people, 1,000, you understand? I'm saying 1,000 because some people have done more than that. The point is you earn a percentage. And if you're a Sapphire, you earn 25% from all your personals based on what they earn in binary. The company sends to you as a matching cycle bonus, up to $1,000 per person. Now, understand, folks, you see the numbers here. you could be up to 20,000. If you sponsor someone who is a kingpin, who becomes a black diamond and has a huge organization, you realize it over and above your binary. Now over and above your cycle bonus. Now you are earning a matching cycle. Folks, this is really, really, really powerful. And I'm not going to go to the other ways, but these are all bonuses that comes into you as you move up in rank. So Tammy, let's summarize what would people have to do.
Yeah. And there's a whole system of showing you the charts on going up the ranks and everything. So we won't be sharing that tonight, but it's simple, you guys. Just get yourself signed up, talk to a couple people. People are looking for this. Put one on the left, one on the right. And number 3, duplicate that. Go get a couple more people and duplicate. It's that simple. And you get other people doing the same thing. We call this the simple basics of building coppers. And that's the building blocks. A copper is one left, one right. And then from there, it's all duplicated. And if you can build a bunch of coppers, you're going to go up and up and up and up and up with the rank.
Absolutely. How do we get started?
Simple, $20 annual. And that's so little, unbelievable what you get for that $20. And you'll see in your back office, when you show up at the trainings, you're going to learn a ton of stuff. And then you decide how you want to get started. Of course, we highlighted the annual because most people want to do that, save a couple months of payments, kind of that set and forget for the year. And yeah, so it's that simple, you guys.
Yeah, and absolutely, you can choose what you want to back up 100%. Joel, why don't we talk a little bit about how many countries we're in right now?
161 of 195 countries around the world. That's pretty strong saturation, and it's not that it's magical, guys. It's that we're digital. Okay. And what does that mean? No cost of goods sold, no shipping, no warehousing, no product formulations. Yes. Our product formulation is continuing with our development team to make the software better, better, and better. But here's the key takeaway, guys. People say, are we available in this country? Are we available in that country? We are, as of right now, available in every country around the world because we don't have those logistics. We don't have to go to some FTC regulation in another country and say, are these ingredients considered drugs or supplements in your country? So here's the takeaway. You could sign up your next door neighbor just as easily as you could sign up somebody in Japan or Singapore or Australia or anywhere in the world. It's immediate gratification. If you're talking over Zoom or over Skype or over anybody and they're halfway around the world, you can send them a link and they can have access to the product within minutes. And that's what's really cool. People are like, is it magical? No, we're digital. And that's where the world's going. And like what Chris also showed you guys, I just want to reinforce. This is the beginning of the data revolution. Okay. Mm-hmm. I know Bitcoin and things like that are a lot more complicated to understand and nuances with that. But boy, I wish I bought Bitcoin at $1. I just didn't see it. Right. This is your Bitcoin moment, guys. Everything is going digital. And what's really cool, this is the simplest product we put together. Okay. When you talk about an autoresponder, you have to explain what email marketing is. When you talk about a domain name and web hosting, you got to explain that. When you say, do you back up your devices? Yes or no? People are like, I either do or I don't. And they get it right away. And that's part of the explosive growth is the simplicity around what the product is.
Such an understatement, folks. And remember that in the business that we are, recognition is so important. Babies cry for it, folks. Adults die for it. This is such an important aspect. And we have these wonderful ranks that I'm not going to get into here tonight. But folks, if you're asking yourself, okay, I'm interested, I want to do this, I've never done that, what do I need to do? You need to become a copper. How do you do that? First of all, you start your position by, I would recommend to start yearly, and one on the left, one on the right. You become a copper. From that point on, duplicate that, and you will move up the rank. The thing is, the reason when you want to be a platinum, it's because you move up to tier 2. And why you want to be a sapphire? It's because you start earning matching cycle from all your personals. And you don't have to sponsor so many people. So Tammy, let's kind of finish this very strict, again, just so people understand that they're not alone when they build this.
Yeah. Why don't we get Joel to share this one? I mean, you give so much value, Joel. It's unbelievable. It
Yeah,
blows me away.
again, with our board of directors and mentorship from you folks and other great leaders, we're even adding more value coming in soon to get people to connect as a community better. But everything is included in your 997, not just the product, but all the marketing material. We do all your email ad copy for you. You can go and grab it in the members area. We do all your landing pages for you. We even give you a professional email marketing system called the lead capture system. Why? I know what caused my success. My initial success was I realized the more names and emails I could collect in a legal fashion, meaning people want to hear from me, the more money I made. So we are the only network marketing company. Usually if you're promoting any other company, and I'm not here to say anything bad, when you send a link, when you send a customer there, you don't get that customer data, only the company does. With us, with your email marketing system, every time somebody comes to your affiliate URL and says, I want to hear more, you collect that data in your members area so that you can market to that data effectively. If you had that tool anywhere else, just that one tool alone would cost you $25 a month. Plus all the training, plus all the presentations that you guys do. I mean, it really is a ridiculous no-brainer. $9.97 a month for the product, for the service, for the training, for all the marketing tools, from all the marketing systems and the funnel builders, everything's included.
Absolutely love it. And you guys are bringing some amazing feedback. And folks, in closing here, I'm not going to do a demo on the cloud service and anything else. We'll do that on Friday morning. But folks, listen, this is a product that everyone needs in a business that everyone can afford. This is the point here. The entire world needs the service. In the same time, people need to make extra money. Why not? It's a service that people need to use anyway. So, as we end this session, Tammy and Joel, maybe Tammy just can share a few words and then we'll get Joel to close the session. Back to you, Tammy.
Yeah. So, once we saw this, obviously we had a great relationship with Joel, but when we saw the value of what he had and caught the vision of where the data storage industry is going, we just jumped on board. So if you're kind of sitting there going, shouldn't I come in? Join, because there's lots of training in the process to help you get started. The videos are just so simple to get yourself all set up. And one of the things that I'm excited about is organization. I had stuff with Google Drive, I had Dropbox, I had stuff everywhere. And now everything is so organized in the folders in the GotBackup app that anywhere I go, I can access and find my stuff. So it's great. I love it.
And back to you, Joel.
Yeah, just a great question came in about multi-language support, guys. As of now, we have the product in English, French, Spanish, Russian. What else?
Did you French?
We don't have it in Portuguese yet, but it's not hard
Italian?
to do. What's that? Sorry?
Italian.
Thank you. That's the one I was missing. And so we have multi-language support as well. I wanted to share something kind of personal with you guys that is really exciting for me. Chris said halfway through the presentation that I have a story to share on how GotBackup was created. And it was created because I was getting on a cruise ship. And if those of you who've never been on a cruise, you usually have these porters that work for the cruise line that take your luggage and put it into your cabin. Mm-hmm. And so I had my laptop bag. In my laptop bag was my external hard drive and my laptop. And I gave it to a porter reluctantly, but I'm like, man, it's Carnival. Like, I'm sure it'll be safe. Long story short, guys, my laptop bag was stolen. And again, in my laptop bag was my laptop. And I thought I was doing the right thing. My external hard drive, which I backed up to. Guys, I lost over 40 to 50,000 pictures and videos. And I literally cried all week because that was my light and joy. Here's what I want to share with you guys. And maybe you won't be interested, but it just warmed my heart. Last week, I was visiting my father and he had this thumb drive. And he goes, hey, son, it's funny because my dad's getting a little bit of dementia, but his long-term memory is phenomenal. He goes, do you remember giving me this like 15 years ago? I'm like, no, what's on there? And I was like, oh my God. So it was a couple of videos that I shot over 20 years ago that I thought I had lost forever. So that's the video I was uploading when I kind of screwed up your presentation. So here, I want to play a little bit of it with you guys because it just made me feel so happy. And I realize it's more an intrinsic thing, but what it does for you, you could go back 20, 30 years and have all of your stuff safe in the cloud. You're creating like a time capsule of your life, you know? So, I'll ask everybody, I know there's a 20-second delay. Do you want to see the one video that I found that just absolutely warmed my heart?
By all means.
Yes.
It's a video that was taken 20 years ago, guys. Liv is 26, my oldest daughter. It was her 6th birthday. And I'll just give you a preface. My son, who was 4 at the time, got so jealous that I was only videoing Liv that he had a massive, massive meltdown. And so we'll play that for you guys right now. So I want to take a picture of you. How do I?
There we go.
Yeah, but this is a live picture. You guys are going to like this. Okay, stay still. Okay, that's good. Oh. You know what I can see? Go like that. I'm zooming in on your teeth.
That's cute.
How old are you today?
6.
I'm not recording. Come on, hurry up. I'm just talking to her. Oh, I'm going to record you having a fit. Oh, yeah, baby, that's good acting. Come on, we're going to put you on a soap opera. Come on, America's Funniest Home Videos.
No.
Your son's going to be upset, man.
You don't even know why you're crying. Come on, let's go outside. Come on. Look at Daddy. Justin. Okay, well, I'm going to go.
Go outside and do tricks on the trampoline.
Yeah, I'll record you guys.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah, record me.
Watch.
Record me. Record me.
Why are you crying?
You want my feelings.
Why? I'm playing with you. Oh, Justin. I'm watching. So anyway, I'll remove that. The rest is just filming my daughter on the trampoline while my son's so jealous having a fit in the back. But, literally, I lost 40,000 videos like that. And there was 3 of them on that thumb drive. Wow. And now it's going to be in my cloud for the rest of my days. And yeah, I'm definitely going to play that video at my son's wedding just to make sure that his beautiful bride, do you really want to get mixed in with this crazy family, But again, and that's the beautiful part, guys. You're not selling people, you're helping people protect what's most valuable to them today, which is all their information and their data. If a business loses 20% of their data, statistically they're out of business within 6 months after that. So it's a necessity today. So I want to appreciate you guys. You guys always do amazing webinars. It's always awesome to be a guest on here, guys. We've got some amazing features still coming out very, very soon. And September is going to absolutely explode. So thank you, Chris and Tammy. Any last words from you guys before we close out the webinar?
You know what, Joel? I just wanted to mention, my mom, she gave me this bag here. I just want to share you guys why. She has... her brother passed away about 30 some years ago. He was quite young, and he has his music over here. And she asked me to put that on the cloud. And then this past week we were there, and these are cassettes when we were singing.
Oh my God.
When we were 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old.
Wow.
And in these cassettes. And what I did is I went ahead and bought this thing here with a thumb drive. So you got this cassette here, you got this thumb drive, and guess where it's going to go? And it's going to go on the GotBackup cloud. My mom has her cloud, so now she can actually move everything in there. And for her, I mean, she was almost in tears when she was listening to all of that. These are the precious moments. And as you were sharing this, Joel, I said, well, maybe I should share what's going on here, because this is the truth. And I bet
these are the real life practical applications of this, right?
That's
like
it.
People need this today, And here, let me just finish with this, guys. One, we back up your stuff to a third-party data center if our data center burnt to the ground. But the reason why it's so redundant and so secure, that your data is striped across hundreds and hundreds of hard drives, closer to like 1,000 hard drives. So, you know, you would have to have, if let's say it's 100 hard drives, okay, or sorry, 1,000 hard drives, your 300 hard drives would have, because we have 66% redundancy, 300 hard drives would have to fail at exactly the same moment, which is statistically impossible for us to lose even an ounce of data. So that's why you want to home your stuff in the cloud, guys. It's more secure, it's more redundant, and you've got people like our team that are monitoring it literally 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. External hard drives fail. I've lost external hard drives. I just don't know where I put them. Everything, like you said too, Tammy, everything's conveniently in one location, in one cloud. And the last question I just want to answer, Adeli John, I hope I pronounced that, Mr. Silva, just put in a help desk ticket with our team and we'll gladly begin to translate everything to Portuguese. I think we started that anyway, but we're here for the long haul and want to get it in as many languages as we can. So
yeah, and Joe just asked a quick question on the bottom, so we can book up. Is it audio? Sorry, I didn't see that.
Yeah. So the answer to the question, Joe, is yes. An audio is a file. It's an MP3 file. So that's the format of an audio, and you can copy it over just like a text file, and it's on. In fact, if you look on Friday when we do our presentations, I give an example of the CD. Now I need to convert the thing. I just went on Amazon and bought this thing for like nickel and dimes. And it's just a thumb, you know what I mean? And it creates a file that you can just copy over. So very, very simple. But I think, folks, we've covered quite a bit this evening. We want to thank you. We wanted to make this a little bit special. And Wednesday evening, we're changing the format a little bit. And I was speaking to Tammy and Joel about this. And it's going to be some stuff, some guest speakers and stories. We want you to understand and see what's really going on with GotBackup. So and I think, Joel, you had something you want to share as we end?
Well, I just was going to say, you know, like because we're a network marketing company, there are strict Federal Trade Commission laws that we have to follow. So a lot of people are saying, yeah, I've heard all about this product, but is there people making money? There's people making really good money, guys. So rather, you know, you cannot make income claims according to the FTC. So what we're going to do is we're going to start bringing some of those people on for our Wednesday webinars just to share their story and maybe some of the tactics that they're doing to help build their GotBackup business into a great full-time income for them. Because that is part of the biggest question. Joel, if it's only $9.97 per month, how much money can I make? And my answer is, well, Dropbox is $9.97 a month, and they're a $4 billion a year company. So there's lots and lots and lots of money to be made in this industry, guys. So anyway, folks, you all have an amazing, wonderful night. Chris and Tammy, thank you for your amazing leadership and your presentation skills, guys. And we'll definitely see you on Saturday's webinar. Bye for now.
Thank you for being an awesome CEO. Everybody have a great evening, and bye for now.
Bye-bye.